Hi everyone, I'm here at the IBM Mumbai office and I'm here to meet Sandip to discuss a little bit about what happened at Think Mumbai. So let's do this. Welcome to the Ravit Show. Such a pleasure to have you. I know some great announcements that were made at Think. You'll have been partnering with Airtel, which we would want to, obviously dive deep into. But just for audience, would you like to quickly introduce yourself? Tell us more about what you do at IBM.
Sandip Patel, I have responsibility for our India and South Asia business, which includes Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, amongst others as smaller markets within,
Yep.
as well as India.
Yeah, huge responsibility to take on. And Sandeep, you and your team have been doing phenomenal job of obviously, uh, working in the APAC market, but at the same time making some great announcements. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to come and chat with you here. So let's dive in. IBM has been a key transformation partner in India's growth journey. As technologies like hybrid cloud, AI, and quantum computing shape next wave of innovation, how do you see IBM India specifically, role evolving in and driving the transformation? Could you share a little bit about that?
Sure. So, look, you mentioned some of the technologies. I truly believe that the world today is not getting shaped by a single technology. It is across multiple technologies, and I like to refer to as the technology trinity:
Okay.
hybrid cloud, AI, and quantum that's coming up.
Right.
And these collectively, I think, help businesses and enterprises. We are predominantly in the enterprise technology space.
Let's dive in. IBM has been a key transformation partner in India's growth journey. I'm kind of curious to know technologies like hybrid cloud, AI, quantum computing. How do you see India's market evolving, and how does IBM play a very important role in that? Kind of curious to know a little bit more about that.
So, you talked about these technologies. I think today we are truly at a point of a digital renaissance, I believe,
Yep.
where I like to think about these as a technology trinity: hybrid cloud, AI, quantum. And all of these together, I think, are helping enterprises really rethink their own industries and
Yep.
their business models in a fundamentally different way. And as we look at India in particular, at the end of the day, people are all looking at data as the next natural resource. And
So true.
when you think about it that way, right, to take advantage of their data, this is where artificial intelligence becomes really important. In that it helps you think about customer problems differently. It enables you to respond to customer queries differently.
Yep, for
It
sure.
helps you with analytics that earlier you were not never able to do, and overall drive a whole level of productivity. But AI should not be thought of as different than hybrid cloud, because what hybrid cloud enables you to do is it enables you to take all of that data that is sitting in disparate locations
Right.
and enable you to bring it all together seamlessly across these infrastructures. And then quantum is sort of the next evolution where problems that traditional computing is not able to solve today, that will be solved by quantum. And so think about
Love
it
it.
as a progression, right? A technology trinity that is some of it which is here and now, and some of it which will be progressing. And we are very proud that at IBM India, we are at the cusp of this. We do have a leadership position in many of these. And hybrid cloud is something that we talked about as an IBM company
Right.
about 7 to 8 years ago,
Very
right?
true.
And
Yes.
we have, through very disciplined acquisitions and how we work with clients, we've been gradually moving down that path of enabling a hybrid cloud infrastructure
Right.
that clients can take advantage of.
I love it. Like you said, this is first of all, this is a good news for the client for sure because they can have a progressive route where they see all the technologies in one place. IBM does a great job of making sure where if an enterprise is looking for something, they can really get everything just in one place. I'm kind of also curious in wanting to learn a little bit about Think Mumbai. I know there was huge announcement made around Think Mumbai, which was about IBM's strategic partnership with Airtel. I'm kind of wanting to know a little bit about this collaboration and how does it help the Indian enterprises specifically eh, help in a way which is where this partnership gets them to the next level as well. So, if you can share a little bit about that, Sandeep.
So Airtel has been a long-term partner and a client.
Right?
But this particular announcement was specifically directed towards Indian clients.
Yes.
And we've been working on this for a while now. But what this enables is a hybrid technology platform for clients where we bring together the telco grade capabilities of Airtel along with high security,
Right.
right? Along with the leading edge cloud software capabilities that IBM brings. All of that with data residency in India on servers that are owned by an Indian company,
Nice.
right?
That's
So,
huge.
in many respects, when you think about all of the models of data residency, computing sovereignty that we talk about,
Right.
this enables clients to get an option to do that right here in India. So that is what this announcement is all about. And when you think about, the opportunities landscape, pick banks, for example.
Right.
Most of the banks today are operating, with on-prem infrastructures.
Right.
Look at a lot of the SAP implementations and ERP that are being run by large enterprises, both public sector enterprises as well as private enterprises. Those are running on-prem. So what this enables and allows is clients to look at a option to move to a regulated cloud of sorts
Very
and move
important.
some of their workloads there. But
Yes.
in addition to that, what this platform also offers is our leading edge power technology, which is enabled with AI inferencing that
Nice.
will be available on this cloud.
Yeah.
So it's clearly, I like to think about it as a hybrid technology platform
Yes.
that is afforded to clients as they start to rethink how they want to manage their infrastructure.
Love it. When it comes to infrastructure, for sure, and you mentioned a very important point, which was about the security. I talked to a lot of enterprise leaders, and the first thing that they kind of start talking about is, Rawat, AI is fine, implementation is fine, but yes, security is the main concern for us. We want to make sure that is we have the guardrails in place, and we always look for solution providers who can actually make sure that we don't have to worry about the security. And when it comes to obviously cloud, on-prem, you all are doing it very well.
So, Ravit, actually, you talked about security,
Yeah,
and just want to make a point on that.
sure.
We keep talking about technological advances, but security is probably one of the most significant concerns
Right.
that I think everyone needs to worry about in our times. Because I think as technology advances, bad actors are going to get worse.
Was 100%.
We talked about quantum as being this great computing platform that's going to help us solve new problems.
Right.
But as quantum advances, bad actors are going to be able to use that to actually get worse
Yeah.
in terms of how they hack systems.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is why there's a whole domain of work that we're doing in the domain of quantum cryptography that enables us to create much stronger security protocols
Nice.
that we
Okay.
can help clients secure their systems with.
True.
And to that end, I think just about a week before
Think Mumbai?
Think
Okay.
Mumbai,
Yeah.
one of the things that we announced is we have a product called Guardium, which is for data security.
Okay,
And
nice.
now we are offering that with a quantum safe capability
That's
that
good news.
enhances security, particularly for all the data that Guardium secures
Yeah.
in a quantum safe manner. So I mean, but this is where the world is going,
Moving,
and we
right.
really need to be concerned and thoughtful about this.
Yeah, I love it. I love how you all have been, obviously focusing on security first and making sure that the data is in there, and then enterprise leaders don't have to worry a lot about where and how our data will be secured. Another exciting announcement that was made at Think Mumbai was the first ever cricket activation powered by watsonx, right? Fascinating intersection of technology, AI, and sports. Tell us more about it. I know Anil Kumble was there. So, yeah, I'm kind of wanting to know more about that as well.
So look, the first thing I have to tell you, it was more than a demo.
Yes.
We've actually been working with a state cricket association in India
Nice.
using this particular solution, I
Already.
think for over a year now. So
Love it.
it's been in place for a year and they're getting some
Amazing results.
amazing results from it. Now think about sport. What are two things that really drive sport and what you can enhance sports with? One is the fan experience.
Totally.
So you use data analytics to basically improve the storytelling that you do, right?
100%.
For for the
Yep.
fans. The second thing is using data to deliver insights to basically enhance the game and the player and enable them to get better,
Right.
right? So those are the two domains where what we are doing now is for strategy sheets or strategy analysis that used to take, weeks, months by tabulating and analyzing data, that's actually available in a few minutes or an hour. Where what the solution does is it basically looks at a whole series of data points based on historical player analytics, and it gives coaches the ability to fine tune how they are coaching players to be
Right.
better players.
Right.
It also provides a lot of analytics that can then be packaged in a way that can be made very interesting
Right.
for fans and others as they look at the match and
Love
enjoy
it.
the sport.
Yeah.
And this is something which we've actually been at this for a long time. I think we've been one of the few that have been at this for a long time, where we have partnerships. I think what originally started with golf, Augusta National.
Oh,
We
nice.
work with Wimbledon. We work
Wimbledon.
with
Yeah.
US Open. We are very recently we've been doing stuff with Scuderia Ferrari for Formula One, as well as some football uh, teams
Right.
in Spain and others. So this is something that we are continuing to evolve. There's also work that we're doing in table tennis uh,
Yes.
and others, and we actually showcased. This time we actually created a AI sports zone at Think
Oh, wow.
to basically bring all of this to life and let people experience
Yes.
what the power of AI can do for sport, right?
100%. And I know IBM does a great job when it comes to, having that connection between sports and AI and bridging that gap, because I've done the table tennis. I've tried it myself at Boston Think as well,
Yes.
and it was so much fun. And the analytics were game changer. Like, I'm
Yes.
not a professional player, but then it kind of gave me those reports in real time. I think it was just
Yes.
like in 30 seconds I got the report, and it was so accurate. So that's amazing. I'm kind of also wanting to know, beyond sports, how is AI delivering tangible value for Indian enterprises? If you can share a little bit about that.
So look, I'll start with ourselves. So we've been on this journey. I think about in 2023, we embarked on a mission to take about $2 billion out of our bottom line to basically drive productivity.
True.
Now, as we went about doing that, we applied AI to ourselves to drive process automation, to really create AI agents that can be orchestrated,
Very
where
important.
a lot of things can be automated and streamlined. We are on track now to deliver 4.5 billion of annual run rate savings by the end of this year when we
Oh,
exit this
wow.
year. And a lot of it is through the application of AI to our own processes such
Processes.
as HR, procurement, and a whole bunch of others. So where AI is really helping clients, and we are doing this with, you know, several organizations in India. For example, um, a few months ago, we announced work where we are working with an insurance company where they are using AI models as well as one of our business partners to basically do better portfolio analysis and others
Nice.
of their investment portfolio.
Investments.
Another example is something where we just announced a partnership with Bharat Gen that has been, it's a startup from IIT Mumbai that is funded through METI and DST. And
Nice.
what we're doing is we are enabling them to accelerate the development of Indic language models using our tools as well as our AI platform.
Right.
So this is something that is continuing with a lot of clients that we're working with to focus on those areas that are ultimately helping them move the needle on either productivity or better customer experience or potentially automating their processes in a way that makes it more streamlined and free up capacity to basically do other things.
Yeah, I love it. Thanks for sharing these insights. Very helpful. I'm kind of also, wanting to ask you a little bit more about India and the initiatives that are happening around. So, as India moves towards its Viksit Bharat vision, how critical do you think skills be a force multiplier, turning India into a global AI powerhouse? Because we've been seeing it firsthand. The innovations that are happening here are game changer. So what are your thoughts?
So let me start off by a couple of data points.
Sure.
We recently did a AI adoption survey, global,
Okay.
but we also had a fair representation from India.
India.
We found that over 86% of Indian enterprises are experimenting or doing something with AI in some way, shape, or form.
Okay.
And this was actually larger than for most of the other countries that we saw. So there's a lot of momentum in India just because of, I think, the focus on AI, the availability of certain skills and whatnot, that is happening.
Right.
Of those, about 73% are actually seeing meaningful impact
Results
from
already.
AI.
Wow.
So AI is here to stay, and I think I keep saying that the era of experimentation is over. Now you've got to sort of pick your spots
Right.
and drive it at scale. Because if you don't do it, you'll be,
Left behind.
your competition will go ahead of you, right?
True.
Now, put that in the context of Viksit Bharat. What we've been seeing is some phenomenal momentum from the government in
100%.
terms of both investment. So they're putting their money where their mouth is, i.e., the funding of the India AI mission that has been done.
Yes.
When you see the quantum mission, the way it's been launched, you see the semiconductor mission and the push towards indigenous semiconductor development, industry development here.
Yes. Exactly.
All of those, I think, are moving us towards Viksit Bharat. Now, you touched on a very important thing. All of this will get eclipsed if we don't have the right skill sets in
True.
all of these technologies and skill sets that can actually drive employment in the right way.
Yes.
Now, when you think about the population that we have today and the age of the population, I think we're sitting on a phenomenal demographic dividend.
Totally.
Right?
Totally.
Which, if we can unleash that with the right kinds of skill sets and training that we can drive, we can not only just become the AI capital of the world, but I think we can become the skills capital of the world in a
So
meaningful
true.
way.
So true. Yeah, I love it. I love the vision and how, obviously how IBM is kind of contributing towards this Viksit Bharat as well. And it is so true that you mentioned, we can be like a skill set nation which can provide so much to AI. But at the same time, I kind of also love the statistics there where you mentioned about 86% of the enterprises around are actually using AI in
Of
some
the
or the
ones
other
we
way.
surveyed,
Yeah.
They're definitely doing it.
Yeah.
And see, the other thing around skills that I find very, very heartening in India, we do a lot of CSR work, and
So true.
98% of our CSR funding goes into skilling,
Skilling.
mostly
Nice.
skilling. What I find fascinating is that what you could call the raw material in India, or the basic capabilities and um, uh, the ability to learn and pick up, technology
Right.
in a right way, that does exist in India. We've seen that in, for example, we've done some STEM programs in Nagaland. We've taught
Wow.
little girls how to build drones, right? And
That's
the
amazing.
kind of talent that you see getting cultivated, if you have the right programs and you actually nurture that talent, even while it's raw and young,
Yeah.
I think the results are phenomenal. So I think that is the potential we have in India.
Yeah.
And we can truly, as I said, not just become the AI force for the world, but we can become the skills capital of the world if we put our minds to it.
Love it. Incredible India for a reason. So
Absolutely.
that's awesome. Sandeep, such a pleasure chatting with you today on the Ravit Show. We learned a lot from you, and thanks for your time in sharing all the great insights. Congratulations on all the announcements made, I think, even before, and how you all are focusing on AI implementation, quantum, hybrid cloud. It is just like whenever I look at IBM, I just see innovations and non-stop. So it's hard to keep up, and that's why I do visit offices. I do go to Think events and make sure that I'm keeping up with all the great announcements that you'll make.
No, thank you. Thank you very much. As I always say, IBM India, we are here to innovate in India, for India, and the world. So hopefully
Yes.
that will continue.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandeep. Such a pleasure chatting with you on
Thank
the
you.
Ravit
Thank you
Show.
so much.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today.